Oh, I sound like I'm over there, don't I? You can handle it. No, it's right on there, so that's why it sounds, you can hear me so clearly at the video itself. Okay, same thing, change directions, bend over, step back, point, support the shoulder. Kiss. Good. Raise your hand at me, ask him to trot, 2 kisses. Raise your hand at me. Good. So try to catch him before he breaks. So like he's probably going to start a pattern of trying to break right up there. So you're going to do 1 kiss, which would mean don't stop if he's still trotting. So he's going to have a pattern right here of trying to walk. So if he is walking, then you do the 2 kisses. If he doesn't break, so like he'll probably try to break right up here. Yep. Now leave him alone. So the idea is just to pay attention to his patterns and get ahead of his pattern, but he's not going to do it this time. There you go. Good. Okay, wiggle a little bit, ask him to walk. Just a little wiggle in the line. Yep. Now leave him alone. Change directions. Good. Yeah, because that tells him to move his feet. So imagine the kiss is the accelerator. Okay, raise your hand up. Good. Good. Okay, wiggle to a walk. Check his. All right. Send him back out and you do it because I was going to tell you to do that, but. I was going to say check his tail for a butterfly, but he he read my mind. So let him establish the walk again. So if he looks at you, it's his way of asking, should I stop? And then you're just going to raise your hand. See if he's got a butterfly in his tail. Good. Wiggle to make sure he stays out there, though. Wiggle, wiggle. Yeah, he needs to spin away on the circle, so he needs to kind of be out here. His front feet need to be on his track. And then you can invite him in when you're done. And don't automatically go too loud. Try to first just ask nicely, and then, yep. And then you can get as loud as you need to. Sorry, I'm standing here. He was thinking about going sideways. Nope. And then once you get him where you want, draw an imaginary box around his feet. So now if he was to take a step out of that box, your job is to put him right back in that box as fast as you can to give him the responsibility of standing still. That's how you teach him to ground tie. But the more gray area, like if he's allowed to step out and you're like, it wasn't that bad, and then another foot comes out, like if you start to justify his movement at all, then he's going to learn there's a gray area. If he learns there's a gray area, then you don't really have a good connection. Okay, so let's go ahead and tighten the girth. well, I mean, as long as you're not, you know, if you can still breathe, I guess.
See if you want me to loosen a little.
No, it's okay.
Alright.
Yeah. As you trust your sentence. Well, this also should take on a little. It should, you know, take on a little contour maybe, and then it'll loosen up a little bit. But if you trust your center as a no, it's okay. It's okay. Okay.
And I can leave them like this right here.
Yep. Yep. That's a cute one. That's cute. Well, if he wants to look, never take the curiosity out of him. Phoenix.
Oh, there you go. And where's the one? Is that one? The paint? Is the one that's off of beef? Off of grass?
Yes. Yeah, he's got like, you know, a teaser out there right now where he's picking on the little stuff, but for the most part, yeah, he's not allowed to graze. Poor thing. Good boy.
And he just does it. Seems exceptionally good.
Hurry up and stretch. Oh, okay. Never mind. That's okay. You can't make him wrong for that. But he did what you asked him to do, so. Good. Yep. So that time you automatically kissed, you could have gotten away with not kissing first. Move that barrel. The first time he walked off when you originally asked, you didn't kiss, you just put your hands forward and you went. What, Phoenix? That might be a little soft right there, so if he seems, you know, it puddles there, so, you know, it may be slippery, so just kind of cut it how he just did, cut it off. So your outside rein is a little bit longer. There you go. Because it's hard to tell when they're both snapped to the same spot. Well, there's that killer frisbee. It looked like a good hole blocker at the time.
Hey, you worked the right color, you know?
Phoenix, move on. Shh. Shh. Go on. Shh. 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 Yep, that outside rain again is... That outside rain, I know you're... There you go. And you can allow the reins to be looser, you know, but just even, that's all.
He's definitely checking it all in, taking it all in, checking it out. They're used to you guys as well.
Right. Yeah. He did stand in the doorway for a little while until I acknowledged him. Yeah. Yeah. He just stands in the crack like, can I come out? You're really clicking your shoes together there, Chase. That's Chase. Phoenix, Bentley. No. No. Yeah, I've had him since he was 4 months old. And he's like 10. He might as well be mine. Okay, so change directions. Head, shoulders, hips, rein. Now everything's out of that scary eye. Killer water tub. When you think that he's seen everything that you want him to see, we'll go ahead and start trying to trot him. So those yellow flowers apparently are really scary yellow flowers. Go back outside, guys. Good. Oh, sure. Remember, it's going to be just one squeeze. And then, yep, there you go. And then, yep. So I would start trotting on the opposite direction, though, but I'm just, you know, yeah, I would get them turned around and we'll start trotting from the other way. But we do have to get you guys trotting this way, too, today, because I think last time we only did... Oh, now it's scary? You just made it scary? You knocked it down and now it's scary? Go on, goofball. Good, real good. And walk. Oh. Good.
What was that?
I don't know. I think were you trying to free up your reins or something? It seemed like you flushed your reins forward, like you a little bit and then panicked. There just was like a little split second of panic there, but then he came right back. Yeah, yeah. And this rein is still shorter. Still. The rein closest to me is shorter. There you go. So just we'll go from barrel to barrel. So we don't have to do it as a pattern. You can choose whatever barrel you want to start at. And yeah, you're going to bend him all the way to a stop. If he comes down to the walk, then leave him alone. Because now the goal is to be able to just slightly tell. And then just finish the circle. Yep, because he picked up a canter. So the goal is going to be to just slightly indicate that you're going to bend him, and then he should break down to the walk without you having to actually bend him. And then I think so today, yeah. Yeah. So try to just do it in your seat before you do the double kiss. See if you can't just encourage by raising your hands forward and then asking in your seat if you can go faster. Good. There. Walk. Oh, well that was nice, even though he kind of was braking because thought he was going to have to try to jump that or something. But it was nice that he was hitting the brakes because you sat down.
Yeah.
So now try to make sure that you can make a conscious effort to sit down and then bring your rein. So you're going to do it sit down, bring your rein. So this way he can learn sit down means downward. Good, up. Bring him down to the walk, or the trot there. Leave him alone, now let him trot. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to keep telling him, no, we don't want to canter, but if you trot, I'll leave you alone. So you want to be able to keep telling him, I'll leave you alone if you do what I ask. So we're going to stop trying to break, because we're pretty sure we can stop him now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're just going to try to get him to understand the gait we're looking for. So if he does anything above and beyond that, we're going to break him down. You're so silly. He's like, I just want to play with the cone. Why can't you just let me play with the cone?
Now, when he's looking off that beat,
Uh-huh.
what is your suggestion? If I want him to focus.
Circle in.
So what?
Mm-hmm. Anytime they peel off the rail, if they start to just like fade, like they call that the drunken sailor thing. If you want him to stay out on the rail and he peels off the rail, just circle him every time he peels off the rail until it's not as much fun for him to peel off the rail. Good. Break him down to the trot. Good. That's okay. That's okay. So we're going to keep trying to get just the trot though, and we're going to try to maybe even maintain the trot if we can. So maybe this time start at a barrel, and we'll try to just trot and not go from barrel to barrel. We're going to try to just trot. So if he breaks into the canter, we're going to ask him to trot, and then we're going to leave him alone again and let him just trot. If he breaks into the walk, we're going to just try to encourage him back up into the trot. But we're not going to, do a lot of kissing or anything because we don't want to send him right from the walk to the canter. Good. So break him there. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Just leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Just leave him alone. Yep, put your hands forward a little bit so he picks the trot back up. Good. Yeah. Good, leave him alone. Just leave him alone. Don't do anything, just leave him alone. Leave him alone. Steer a little bit though. Try to use a little bit of the rail. So you're gonna steer. There you go. But just don't interfere with his gait. Don't interfere with his gait. Okay, walk. 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 Try posting, because now he understands. He's getting that. He gets the idea that we're actually only looking for this trot. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. So try to post, because I don't know if it's you that's making the grunting noise or him. Oh, okay. Because one of you is not enjoying it.
It's a little bouncy. It's a lot bouncy.
I know. It's even bouncy at a posting trot too, trust me.
Oh, so it's going to propel me up.
Yeah, so really just kind of plan on letting him help you. Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Not a full.
Yeah, no, because he'll launch you. He's a little catapulter.
A little giving him a
Yeah,
little-
you give him a little, yes, you can boost me out, and his body will do it for you. But try to use, you don't want to use down there, because obviously that's where it's wet, but try to use as much of the rail as you can. So start steering, and the only thing you're going to do is if he goes to canter, you're going to sit like you want him to slow down, not sit like you're going to ask him to canter, because there's two different sits to canter, you know. So you're going to sit like, no, I don't want you to do that, and then if you have to, kind of suggest the rein. So in other words, you're just going to take a feel of his face, you're not going to do anything. You know, you're not going to pull on him. You're just gonna let him know that you have a hold of that rein if you need to use it, but you'd rather he listen to your seat.
This is night and day from the first one, though.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Night and day.
So remember, just one squeeze, and then you're gonna just turn your heels into him. There. Now leave him alone. So as soon as he starts walking, you want to turn it all off so that he knows that that's what all you wanted.
And I'm trying to use a wet towel.
Yep. So just get the trot, bring him down to the trot only. When you get the trot, bring him down the trot, bring him down the trot. Okay, okay. Now start posting.
Oh my god. I stopped.
It's okay. So try to just get the trot. Okay, now post. Good.
It's so unnatural feeling, though.
I wonder, because I wasn't sure if it looked like when you were posting if your leg was kind of swinging.
Is it?
And that might be why he picked up the canter again, because once you were posting, he should have kind of got it.
Yeah.
But I think maybe your leg was swinging a little bit.
Okay.
You go, baby.
You don't go for a while.
So why don't we go the other direction? Let's just start showing him some stuff out of that eye. This way we don't get him all one side. Not that he's doing a whole lot of circling, but so we get... Yep, it's one steady squeeze and then tip your heels, as opposed to rocking and squishing and, you know, doing all that, because he can learn to ignore that. That's good. But his head carriage is telling you a lot.
Yeah.
That's a positive. His head's nice and low. Yep, yep. I mean, he's looking, but he's not looking like, oh my god, oh my god.
Different.
Yeah. He's definitely much more relaxed than he usually is this way. So try just doing your reins, your seat first, and then kiss. Because if he's willing to trot to the hands in the seat, then it's better to do it that way than to startle him with any noise. Yep. Good. I was going to say, that sounded like him. Unless...
I think it was him. I was trying to think in my head.
He's like, I see those cones. You just moved them over here. I know where they are. I'll get them next time. Now you can kiss, because he... Good. Trot. Bring him down. There you go. Now post. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now ask him to walk. Still going to be your left rein. There. Perfect. Now just walk.
Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect.
Yes. It was like you guys clicked.
Maybe that was... It is the better side.
Is your saddle shifting? Can't imagine. Wow, it is.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah, I wouldn't tighten it anymore.
No.
But that tells you how balanced you are. It means that you're standing in your left stirrup.
Standing my left stirrup more.
Mhm. And don't ask some of my students what I do for those.
I don't know what you do.
I take the stirrups away.
At some point. Not yet.
I was growing up, they didn't let us use stirrups. I can't touch you. If I touch you, you're going to hang out.
Come on. Come on.
He's like, I'm going to over to her in about 2 seconds.
Come on. Alright, let's just go this way. Come on.
He's like, yep, I can flex. So remember, it's like a steady squeeze, and then, yeah, just, you don't even have to jiggle or anything, just kind of give him an uncomfortable squeeze. Well, you lean forward, give him an uncomfortable squeeze. There you go. So break him back down to the trot. Good, now post. Leave him alone and just post. There you go. Yep. Yep. Steer a little bit because he's starting to come in here. Good. Now ask him to walk. Sit, walk. Good. He's like, but I really, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you did so much better with that.
So let's try the other way, because now we've got that way, and that's great. That you can totally build on that now. You were able to get him down to a walk from just sitting. You're able to get him to trot from just elevating.
I like the canter way better.
Oh yeah, he's got a nice canter, but he's not balanced to the right, so he picks up the left canter, left lead. So he picks, like, this is the correct lead, he looks beautiful, he's super comfortable, but the other way, he picks up the wrong lead. Keep going. Break him down to the trot. Yep, and now post. And steer. And steer.
I'm trying to canter.
So remember, don't automatically kiss. Break him down to the trot, and then trot. Keep trotting. Good. Post, and just keep him out on the rail. There you go. Keep him out on the rail. Keep him out on the rail. Keep him out on the rail. Steer. There you go. There you go. Sit and walk. Sit and walk. Sit and walk. Good. No, it's amazing how exhausting that trot really is. It wins you.
It is.
So, just so you know, the more you use your legs the way you're using your legs, you're kind of just giving him like a nice, instead of making him uncomfortable. So, you know, if you just put the steady squeeze, tip your heels into him, he's not going to want you to keep your heels dug into him for very long. But if you take him off, push him on, take him off, push him on, then that's more of a pulsation, and it's not really the same. I want it to be absolutely like you're putting the vise on him. You'll get way more response from a steady vice type thing than you will from some kind of like massage, scalp massage on his ribs, I saw you sit. Good thing we didn't loosen it.
Huh?
Good thing we didn't loosen it.
It amazes me. The whole thing.
Well, see, once you convince them you can stop them, they don't really challenge that. You prove it to them over and over again.
Yeah, he's convinced.
Yeah.
He's respectful and
Yeah.
and mindful.
And now he's just getting used to the way you ride. You know what I mean? But he's understanding now what you're looking for. Because, you and I ride quite differently, and he's just adapting to you now. But he's starting to figure out what the similarities in the cues are and like what they're supposed to mean each time. So as long as you stay consistent with sitting for your downward transitions, elevating for your upward transitions, moving your reins forward for your upward transitions, he'll do what you want. And then however you manage to move around up there is he'll get used to. My mockingbird came. He's not up there yet. He's got to go up there first. Yeah. It's sad when he leaves, like he comes here for the spring and the fall, but he leaves he'll leave soon. Yeah. He's in so many videos. You can always just circle and get his attention back on, I do tight circles off the rail when they start getting like that, and then this says, hey, by the way, if I told you to circle, would you be paying enough attention to do that? Yeah, and if you had